Minutes with Dad. The Mark Sweeney tape sapes.
Minutes with Dad, showing up. Today is May 1st, 2026. Minutes with Dad is a way for me to connect with my kids, grandkids, and, well, grandkids when we're older. My brother, my sister, my wife, my friends. Make up for the lost time and some shortcomings from being a person with no experience to becoming a dad with some age and a little perspective. I'll be talking about life. I thought I might have things I see, things I'd like to improve in keeping up with what's happening in life. Part of the reason I want to do this is because I don't get to talk to all of you all the time. Sometimes, rarely, and I think maybe this is a good way to have a talk and not be in your face. So that's another reason. So I guess this is Season 1, Episode 1, showing up and being connected. A few things are going on this weekend, like Mike Brown is having an ablation, Brandon Cretu's dad's celebration of life, and most importantly, I guess to our family, is Keegan's wedding. And that's how I came up with this showing up theme. I thought it was a very important part of life. What people usually respond to isn't grand gestures, it's evidence of attention. If someone can tell you notice something specifically about what hits home, a few practical things to do would be just start small, a quick message that references something concrete, in their life. How was your presentation? Or I saw this and thought of you, because you're interested in something. Obviously, more personal, a generic, I miss you. But you really need to focus on things that you were listening. Keep it simple. A photo, something that reminded you of them, or a voice note, which we don't do a lot, and even a meme that matches their humor. It's a way to be connected. It forces an interaction and acknowledgments of something that matters. Weddings, obviously, birthdays, but real things that impact them. Mike having the ablation, anniversaries, big meetings, something stressful that comes up in the week. Put reminders in your calendar if needed. It's not cheating. It's being intentional. Mike Brown having an ablation was in my calendar today, and it was important to me. Send something tangible occasionally. It doesn't have to be expensive. I wish I could do it. A handwritten note or a favorite snack delivered, or, even a printed photo. And, it doesn't have to cost a little money. And, if you couldn't be at dinner with your friends and you have enough money, call ahead and pay the bill for them and say, hey, I can't be there. Friends, loved ones having a funeral, send something to them that says, hey, you were thinking about them. Be explicit. Say, I wish I could be there with you today, and I've been thinking about you. Because you can't always be everywhere all the time. And you got to be able to say that to them. But you got to remember to follow up. If they told you something that's important to them last week, circle back. Again, put a reminder in and remember to check in later. That's one of the strongest signals that you genuinely care about them. All of this to say, I know I need to improve on this. I'm not preaching to you. I'm just trying to share life lessons. So I've said my piece this week. And always remember that you were born to be great. I love you. I'm proud of you. And you're the joy of my life.
Minutes with Dad. The Mark Sweeney tape safes.